Burke Smyth's weekly property tip, and backed by popular demand, is Natalie, our business development manager for our rental side of the business. Nat's agreed to do this once a month with us, which is fantastic. And again, it's really off the back of comments that we had last time we had Nat on, so thanks, Nat.
Welcome.
First off, obviously, we want to talk about what's happening in the current rental market. What's happening?
Still very busy.
Yep.
Plenty of inquiries, still a shortage of properties. We have noticed just slowing down a little bit, sort of mid $300 to $400 a week.
Yep.
Units and then high priced houses are extremely short, but that sort of middle ground is just quietening down with tenant inquiry at the moment.
Yeah, and what about the higher stuff, the dearer stuff?
We can't get enough.
Yeah.
We have a list of potential tenants waiting.
Yeah, and when we talk dearer, we're probably talking about 500 to 650.
Yeah, even 450 plus.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So there you go. Now, one of the popular questions we get a lot of the time is what our vacancy rate is. But first and foremost, for any wannabe investors or anyone, I guess, looking at the market, what is vacancy rate?
Sure. So vacancy rate is the number of vacant properties available for lease compared to the total number of properties that we manage.
Yep, perfect. And what would be our current one?
At the moment, we're sitting at 0.5%.
Yeah.
So extremely low.
For anyone else, obviously watching from out of the area, the average is probably 2 or 3% in your area, where Tamworth is just record low and has been for 2 years.
Yeah, 18 months to 2 years.
Yeah, which is incredible, and that's obviously important to an investor because they know
that there's going to be a lot of prospective tenants looking for their property.
Yeah, which is good. So it's not going to sit there vacant. You're going to attract a tenant very quickly. Now, one of the biggest questions we get is, and especially from new landlords in particular, is how we select the right tenant or how we involve them to select the right tenant. How do we actually do that?
Yeah, sure. So on our application, we do a number of reference checks. Employment, previous rental history, not just the last rental property, but properties before that as well. We do all of those checks, we compile all of that information, we ask for rental ledgers, compile all that information, and then we all forward that to the owner. For example, if we have 3 applications, we say to the owner, we recommend application 1, but we send all the information to them so they can make an informed decision on who they'd like to lease the property to.
Yeah, beautiful. So obviously, and look, any comments or questions that you have, Natalie and the team are happy to answer at the end. I'll put some comments below the video in both YouTube and the newsletter if you're watching. Lastly, tips for any tenants. Now we see it on social media, especially Facebook. I can't find a property. How can we get a tenant the full up, I guess? Sure.
The most important thing is to be organised with your application. So make sure you have all information that they're asking for, proof of photo identification, proof of income, all of that sort of thing. Have all your documents ready to go with your application. So when you hand it in, the letting officer isn't having to ask for more information, wasting time getting more things. You're in, you're ready to go, and you're ready for us to process that and forward the information to the owner.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, thanks again, Nat, for joining us. We'll see you next month, obviously. If you're watching on the newsletter, thanks again. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit the little bell icon, which will give you an alert when we post the next video with Nat or myself. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week for the next property tip from Burke Smyth.